Yeah, last chance.
All right, folks, so...
No one's on. You have to wait until it... Sorry, that was kind of... Sorry.
Good morning, folks. It's Friday morning, and this is our second attempt.
Third.
Our second or third attempt at a live video this morning. So our internet connection is really spotty. We're not going to talk about that very much, though. We're kind of just going to jump in. We had a bunch of people on the other live stream. It looks like, oh, there's people coming. Yay.
So sorry.
So, yeah, we apologize, everyone. This is going to be our last go this morning, and hopefully this works. And we're just going to jump right into talking about cows. So, you know, we obviously have some kind of technical stuff to figure out. Some of it's going to be a little while in coming. We may end up switching to satellite internet. So we're kind of pricing that and stuff.
But the reason isn't because we're not happy with our internet, but it's because they say that this problem won't be fixed for maybe months.
Yeah.
And yet they expect us to still pay for internet.
All right, so let's jump.
I don't think we're connected. I don't think there's no comments. It's not showing us who's on.
Well. Is this our video?
There's everybody. Can you guys see us?
Okay, we don't even know what y'all are getting or seeing or anything, but we're just going to jump into talking about Cal for a few minutes, and if this doesn't actually come out, we'll do this again where we actually have internet. We could do that. We could go to like a coffee shop and do it.
Not today, though, because, yeah.
So...
Let's talk about the cow. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Okay. We can't see comments. I don't know why. So if you're writing comments, I'm so sorry. Like they're not on the screen. What cow did we decide to get? Okay, the conversation went something like this. Which cow do you want to get?
The young one. Because let's give a little background for some people who don't really know the story. Basically, we're getting a Jersey cow, and we went out and looked at two of them. And there's a 2-year-old heifer that it just looks really beautiful.
Yeah, she's healthy. She's a beautiful cow. She's bred. She's due in June, end of June.
But obviously, this is her first freshening, and it would be her first time being milked. And it's our first time milking a cow as well. So the other choice was a 9-year-old, also a Jersey, her mom, who's extremely gentle, has been milked multiple times through multiple freshenings, and we saw a lot of good things about both of them. It's really funny doing a live video when you don't even know if anyone's watching.
I know.
Why don't you talk about cows? I'm going to look at that one.
Okay. Okay, so he wanted the young cow, and I kind of did too. There were kind of two things. I'm not sure how much to share. Okay, he wanted the young cow, and I did too, because obviously there's years of relationship there, years of wonderful milk there, and we could really bond with her and kind of train her up how we want to, kinda, because she's already 2. And then, of course, we're leaning towards the older cow because she's already gentle. We don't have to be so worried about having the time, really, to train her up and get her used to us, because she's already used to being milked. She's very gentle. I mean, they've said you can just milk her right in the pasture, so we'll see. Okay, so we decided that even though Arthur really felt confident that he could work with the younger cow, I felt like I wasn't confident enough. So we decided that we would get the older cow, mainly so that I can work with her. And I don't have a whole lot of time to milk. I don't really have time to be down there for extended periods of time training a cow. and obviously I'm going to have to spend some time with her, getting her used to me and used to the children being down there, but I just did not feel like I had time to properly train up a young heifer. However, some people have said 9 years old is when they would actually stop breeding a Jersey, but we have talked to a lot of people, looked really into it, and I don't think that's when we're going to stop. I mean, that's just our preference. That's what we've been reading about. We may change our minds, but we've talked to people that we trust. We've read sources that we trust, and she still has some years in her. Plus, you guys, she's bred. So if she has a heifer herself in June, there's our replacement calf. There's our replacement cow. We'll be able to train that calf up, however we want to. We'll be able to gentle her and get her used to kids and a dog and all those things. I really wish I could see your comments so that I could interact with them, but I can't see them. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Is the internet off again? It's not off on here that I can tell.
So in the end, we decided to get the older cow. You just said that, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as we get her fences done, we'll be able to get her. We're just really, really glad we're getting a cow. It's something we've wanted to do for a long time. And just really excited about essentially kind of stepping to a new level of farming, you might call it. And so basically the big thing here is just that with chickens, no, we didn't get the cow already. Basically with chickens and with pigs, you end up buying a lot of food. And you can free range chickens, but cows were just made for eating grass. They do a miracle, basically. They do an incredible miracle, and that miracle is turning the cellulose in grass into...
We just need to end it. It's real choppy. No one's seeing us. Yeah.
All right, guys. Who can actually see this video? Let's do a poll. Everyone who's watching, comment. Who can see the video? We're just thinking of calling this off, and we'll have to do it another day, and we'll actually get somewhere where we have solid internet.
Everyone can see us and hear us right now.
Okay, we're gonna keep going a little while, and we'll jump off. We'll probably do 10 minutes, and then we'll get off. Yeah. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, really. Sorry about our internet issues.
And so basically, we're just super excited. I mean, cows do. This is a miracle. They take grass and they turn it into protein that we can eat. And you also can feed pigs. And some people say you can't feed pigs dairy. Well, there's people who've done it for many, many, many years. And chickens as well. There are ways that you can get them that protein. So thank you all for the feedback. We see a lot of people can see us. Some people are saying it's choppy. So we're getting a cow. As soon as our fences are done, we're going to get the cow, and we're going to do a fairly aggressive rotational plan through our pasture. One of our most recent favorite books is called The Independent Farmstead, and we just love this book. Their whole approach is based around dairy, grazing cows. They have Jersey cows too, on pasture. And then that being kind of the heart of a tiny homestead or farm. And really, I think this is something that we've lost largely. The thing is, the cow is a miracle that actually can make a farm productive. You know, in the past, say, get a cow on high-speed internet. Well, the speed's not always the problem, or not the only problem. So the cow basically... It's going to be a lot of work caring for the cow, but the cow is kind of what makes the magic happen because, you know, when I've raised pigs, I don't know how many of y'all have ever raised pigs or hogs, you have to either, one, buy hundreds and hundreds of pounds of prepared food, or you have to work your butt off getting food for them, like getting waste food. In some states you can get trash food. There's lots of different laws and stuff about that. Getting food scraps, growing food. So we're just really excited about the cow being kind of a centerpiece for us and just creating this abundance.
Yeah, I mean, our goal here, guys, is I feel like the first step, right, is growing vegetables, getting animals, feeding them store-bought food. And the next step where we're headed, where we're going with this, is not buying store-bought food. We're not buying very much store-bought food for us or for our animals. We are very far away from that goal. That's not happening this year. But all these steps that we're taking are getting us there. You know, right now we're just doing it the easiest way we know, which is to go out and feed it to our animals. You go and buy food for us and feed it to us, but it's giving us to learn a lot of different things. Yeah, any more about the cow? I had an awesome quote for you guys. It's in the book, Keeping a Family Milk Cow. And the quote is, all a man or woman needs in life is land, a cow, and a wife.
That's not from this book.
No, it's
from
from Keeping a Family Milk Cow. So yeah, I don't know, and I like that because that actually it's an example of what he was talking about. That the cow used to be the centerpiece of the homestead, and there's a reason for that. Cows eat grass. They eat grass, and yes, they've been bred to eat grain, and yes, we're going to have to be working with our cow, but we did buy a cow that's been used to eating just grass. So you have to, we're not getting a heritage. Well, Jersey's kind of our heritage breed, but then they've been bred to produce milk on grain. But if you can find breeders that have been feeding their Jerseys grass and then their babies grass and so on and so forth, then you're more likely to be able to have a cow that can just eat grass. And we're not going to withhold grain from her if she needs it. Like if she's not totally ready to be only on grass or is never going to be ready to be totally on grass, we're not going to withhold grain from her. But her baby, which if she has a heifer or if next year she has a heifer, we'll train that cow. We'll encourage that cow to eat just grass. And then her baby we'll encourage to eat just grass.
This is kind of some of the discussions that Sean and Beth Dougherty from the Independent Farmstead book have, and we've listened to multiple podcasts with them.
No one can see us.
And basically they they just talk about, like, how do you get a cow to just eat grass? Because, think about chickens. And if you think about chicken, I love Murray McMurray Hatchery. They're a giant operation, but they do a really good job with what they do. But think about the difference between a chicken that for 100 or possibly even 200 generations of chickens, chicken generations are very short, say 200 generations of chickens, those chickens have been raised in a hatchery. What's the likelihood that they're actually going to have a strong foraging ability? They've actually been raised for how they look and their laying ability. But they've been raised for those attributes on free choice food all the time. So compare that to a chicken that for 100 generations has been pushed and selected for being an excellent forager. You could have two completely different birds that look very, very similar. And this is kind of what you see with, say, a Rhode Island Red that you buy from a standard hatchery. And I'm sure they bring stock in from different farms and stuff, and a Rhode Island Red that has been, by just necessity in its life, has been selected for the ability to forage for its own food. So you can actually buy, say, just a Rhode Island Red. You can buy two Rhode Island Reds. They can be really very, very different birds. And that's kind of what we were hoping to do with this cow is So in addition to the kind of the genetic background, you also can have individual animals. This is one of their points. You can have individual animals that get used to eating just grass. Thanks for all the comments, y'all.
Yeah.
We actually are reading most of them or all of them.
He is. I can't see from back here, but he can, so that's why I have to get up here. I wanted to show you guys. I don't know that I'm going to pick the thing up that's recording this because I'm afraid it'll mess it up. But you want to show them the jam? You want to see my jam? Look at all that jam.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it'll mess it up?
So I'm going to show you all this jam here. Here is the jam that Anna has made. Strawberry jam from all the strawberries.
What are they saying?
Strawberry, 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 strawberry jam. This stuff is just wonderful. Now,
Let me talk about that, not you.
yeah, strawberry jam.
So I made 3 gallons of my 5 into jam, and then I froze 2 gallons. But so I had kind of a bump in the road. I knew jam took a lot of sugar. I've made jam before, but it's been like 2 years since I made jam. It was such an obscene amount of sugar. And I know there's low sugar and honey and all that, but you don't actually get jam, you get more like a syrup when you use those. And that's fine. I don't mind that. But when I give it as gifts, I like for it to actually be jam because that's what people are expecting. Anyway, I didn't buy enough sugar. So I had everything going and everything ready. And I was like, I had like a third of the amount of sugar that I needed. So then I had to go back to the store and get sugar. And last night, actually, instead of editing a video, since we were doing this, I canned the jam. But all that to say is it's not perfect because I think because of having to stop the process in the middle and start again, it's kind of syrupy still, which is fine. It'll taste amazing, but I'm a little bummed that it's not perfect. I like it to be perfect. What are they saying?
We've never used pomona pectin. We'll try it. We'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone knows of like a surefire way to do low sugar, no sugar, fruit sweetened, or honey, and actually have it jam up, please tell me.
Probably not in the comments here.
You email me, because these comments, once they're gone. Hi, Doug and Stacey. You have a video on it, Doug and Stacey. Okay.
Will do. We'll check it out.
Thank you. We gotta erase that one. Ah, crap. Sorry. Oh, crap. I'll just block them. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're not good at blocking people yet.
We just did it, though. We just successfully blocked a comment.
I think we blocked a person that was being rude. Perfection is boring when it's not for me. It's always better. Well, that's true. I mean, perfection, but I mean, jam is jam. And I remember I made some low sugar strawberry jam for my grandpa, and I took it to him. And you know, he's an old country man, and I know he was blessed by my jam because I'm his granddaughter, and I made him strawberry jam, but it was like syrup. And I think, yeah, you know, when you give someone something that you don't want to have to explain to them why it's not what they're expecting.
That's right.
So, who do I need to boot?
No, nobody.
Oh, okay.
We already did it.
Okay. So, anyway, I mean, I think the only reason it's not perfect is because I ran out of sugar. I had to stop the process for like a whole day because the store's not that close, so I had to run to the store. Anyway, it's fine. It's going to be awesome.
I have seen the load handler. Yeah, I like that tool a lot. I'm going to switch this camera around and just show you the view out the kitchen window. I love this. I'm sitting at the table right now, and you can look out there. What do you see? Chickens out the window. And pretty soon the garden. You can see the garden fence out there. I just love living here, and actually that's one of my favorite things is like we can sit here.
Yeah, at our kitchen table we can see our garden and our chickens.
Look out the window, see the gardens, and soon we'll be able to look out the window over here and see the cow. Well, depending on where the cow is. Out our bedroom window and see the cow. It is so beautiful out right now. The spring has truly sprung, and the tulip poplars are blooming, and the locusts are blooming. The black locust trees, and blackberries
Okay.
are blooming.
What are we going to do if she gives birth to a bull? I don't know. We may just sell him. Talking about the cow. Okay, for all of you just joining us, and now our streaming is much better, we're getting the older cow. We discussed why at the beginning. If she has a bull, I mean, I don't know if we'll raise it for meat. I don't know if we'll sell it.
It's just I have a short answer for that.
Oh, okay.
If we have a bull calf, we will castrate it and we'll raise it for meat.
Oh, well, there you go. There's the answer.
That's the short answer. And that if she has a heifer, we'll keep it as a replacement because she's 9 years old, and she will eventually die. How big is our garden? Someone's asking. It is the fence on the outside is about 60 by 90 feet. And so there's a little buffer around the edge where we'll have a path, but it's a pretty good sized garden space, and I think it's gonna be a little challenge filling up this year. I kind of have a plan for that, though I don't know how much we've talked about it. So
we almost have no time to discuss.
The plan
things.
is we're gonna plant quite a bit of corn, which takes up a ton of space.
Popcorn.
That corn you want to grow. So there's this corn that we're going to grow this year, and it's called
Gem corn.
Gem. Is it Gem?
Gem corn. GEM. Gem corn.
I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen this, but this corn is beautiful. I don't know that it's the most productive corn. It's basically, it's not Danny corn. It's a popcorn, and it's
yes, Wholesome Roots glass gem
corn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of it. Thanks. So it is a popcorn. Doesn't pop like really big full kernels, which I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I didn't.
Now you know.
Well, maybe I'll change my mind.
But
it's just so pretty.
It's a beautiful dent corn. Basically, it is incredibly colored, and y'all can look forward to seeing that. So we're gonna plant a bunch of corn, and then also planning on planting a bunch of squash. And for those of y'all who have grown squash, specifically winter squash, you can fill up 60 by 90 feet with just like 30 squash plants. It's full. You're done. So we're going to have a lot of squash. The reason we love winter squash, specifically butternut squash, is what we've had the best luck with, and my parents have had great luck with it, is with long-term storage. Butternut squash, I say, is the number one easiest garden food to grow that you can store all winter. We're eating butternut squash right now.
Still.
From last year.
Yep.
From my parents' garden. We actually have, we still have quite a bit. They have quite a bit. And a few have rotted.
But not, like 3.
And the other thing with butternut squash, and the same is true with pumpkins, but we've had better luck with storing squash, is that you can chop them up. You could feed them to cows. You could feed them to pigs for sure. And you could feed them to chickens. Chickens actually will clean.
We gotta hold on, we have to block. Crap. Okay, never mind, I missed it.
Are you all okay? Are you all okay?
There we go.
Did you get it?
I think I got it.
I think you got someone else.
If I just accidentally blocked you and you weren't saying rude things, forgive me. I did just block somebody. Hopefully it was the person saying rude things. Yeah, fencing party, that would be amazing.
Yeah, butternut squash is great.
I will do moderators next time. I meant to ask Wholesome Roots, and I just, with our internet being down, it's just been so hard doing anything.
So yeah, butternut squash we're excited about. Another crop that I'm really excited about this year is giant mangle beets. So beets are just a great storage crop, and some of them actually will grow like a foot long. And I'd like to start growing them and experiment with them for animal food. So go over there and add Wholesome Roots.
Hold on, I am. Okay, Wholesome Roots, I think I just added you as a moderator. Check and see if you are.
Let's backtrack. Hey, Wholesome Roots, would you mind being a moderator on this live show?
Well, I've asked her before. I just didn't ask her today.
Okay, yeah, let us know if we actually made you a moderator.
You guys, we are the most not technical people in the world. And all of a sudden, we have like computers and like this smartphone that we don't even have connected.
Oh, she's a moderator.
Yay, you're a moderator. Okay.
All right, we have a moderator.
Well, hold on. I want to talk about this because this to me is actually really kind of crazy. We like our computer before we started vlogging, we'd had for like 6 years. We don't have smartphones or iPhones or anything like that. Or iPods even. I mean, we have like CDs and a 10-year-old stereo that plays movies too. That's what we own. And we're just not, that's just not how we think. Anyway, so this is all really new. But my mom sold me her old smartphone, and that's what we're doing this live streaming on. And so I'm just figuring out how to use it.
So let's see what else is going on. Our eggs are sitting up on top of the wood heater in the kitchen, and they are turning back and forth. We're super excited about that. Those are just chicken eggs. We do want to hatch out some duck eggs, but we're actually planning on eating those chickens. And raising them for, we'll see, it depends on how fast they gain weight, but raising them and then butchering them later on this summer. Someone mentioned earlier the irony of doing homesteading videos and putting them online, and it's hilarious actually. Like when I think about it, it's hilarious to have a homesteading YouTube channel. But on the other hand, it's not, because it's like this is the world we live in.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and if you want to connect with people, if you want to connect with a lot of people and inspire people and kind of spread
and be inspired, you guys inspire us so much.
Agreed. You don't have to be online, but that's what we've chosen. It's hilarious, and we kind of love it.
Somebody asked a couple of questions I would really love to address, too. One of them is, what are our Mother's Day plans? Can I tell them?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm actually going out of town by myself for the whole weekend. Okay, so yeah, every year my friends get together for a retreat together, and it just happens to be, this was the only weekend anybody could do it. So that's where I'll be. I'll be in the mountains with a bunch of ladies hanging out in a hot tub. And oh, that sounded terrible. I didn't mean it like that. It's just gonna be nice and relaxing.
They always get a house with a hot tub, and then just hang out and take turns cooking meals.
You only have to cook and clean up one meal, and you do it with like 2 other people. So it's kind of, you're just really spoiled.
The great thing about this is it really kind of gets me off the hook. I mean, I do have to watch the kids for the whole weekend, which will be fun and awesome, but yeah, that's it. Those are my Mother's Day plans. Probably a card.
The kids will make cards.
And we'll make cards while she's gone.
Yeah. And someone keeps asking about, are we going to sell our goats when we get the cow? No. No. I'm going to dry the goats off really soon, though. As soon as because I want to be able to focus completely on the cow, and my time is so limited, I'm going to, probably in the next couple weeks, I'm going to start drying off the goats. We will sell some goats, but we're having a hard time doing it because we love them. So we don't know. I mean, we need to sell some goats, but we just love them.
Plus, we kind of realize their value around this place.
So valuable.
And that, this area we live in it is incredibly full of life. Like when you cut down brush, give it a few months and you will have 6-foot high brush, like completely grown up. Well, 3 to 6. That you can barely walk through. It just happens so fast. Brush grows up. And so we have realized that the goats are really super valuable in kind of keeping the place clean. And one idea we have is actually to, like we're doing now, continue clearing these areas that we want to open up for the cow to graze on. Because the cow's not going to do great in a real brambly...
It says you're buffering really bad.
Ignore that. We'll ignore that. The cow's not going to do great on a really brambly pasture, And so, but the goats love it. And then so the other thing we'll do with the goats is hopefully actually rotate them around the outside of our fences and just keep the kind of the border around our place clean so it doesn't get completely grown up in brush. So speaking of goats, I need to go out there actually and move the goats in a minute.
Oh goodness, yeah, we have to end this really soon.
So we're gonna get off in like 2 minutes. Basically, we're really, one reason we got this phone, there's two reasons. One, we're getting onto Instagram.
Yeah, we're gonna start an Instagram account.
And so we'll actually put our link to Instagram in the description of this video.
Do we have an Instagram account already?
Yeah.
Oh. I need to figure.
We already have a bunch of followers, but we haven't posted anything.
We have followers?
Yeah. So we have an Instagram account. I think it's Art and Bree. And we're gonna.
I am so bad at this.
We'll actually be posting there soon. That's one reason we got the smartphone. The other reason we got the smartphone is because I think this is my idea. We haven't totally hammered this out yet, but I think we're gonna substitute a live stream a week. Or just a simple unedited video at least one day a week. And that's just honestly to cut down a little bit on the time we're putting into the technology side and increase the amount of time we're putting into the homestead.
The homestead.
Yes, we're expect an Instagram post imminently. And I'm super excited about this because I love photography.
It's going to have to be him.
I think I'm going to do the Instagram.
He's going to have to be in charge of Instagram.
And we have followers. Our Facebook people are on Instagram. I mean, our YouTube fans, we have like 30 people.
If we ever make it big time on YouTube, I'm going to hire somebody to do like Facebook and Instagram.
That's hilarious.
Because I just like, this is just not my cup of tea. Let's see.
All right, you guys. So we're
Wait, hold on. I know you want to get off, and we need to get off. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just need to. There was something else I was going to communicate.
So yeah, we love our music too. I'm just reading comments here.
It'll come to me.
Jesse Butcher says we're an inspiration for people who are starting homesteading from scratch. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, we're glad we're an inspiration. We honestly, I mean, we have started from scratch, and we're kind of just going all in with both YouTube and homesteading. But we're glad that people are enjoying what we put out and what.
Okay, I wanted to respond to a couple things. Yeah, art is awesome with the kids. I have no concerns about, I think some moms kind of can get concerned about leaving their kids with the dad for a few days, but he does great. In some ways better than me. He's more patient than me in many, many ways. The next thing I wanted to say was, man, there are people watching from all over the world. Does that not just blow you away?
That is amazing.
So earlier when y'all were saying where you were from, I didn't get a chance to say hi. So I just wanted to say hi to the people in India and Sweden and Finland and Australia and everywhere else South Korea, I think, Ireland, England. Did I say England? Anyway, that's just amazing to us that we're like all hanging out together and we're like in totally different countries.
It is amazing.
Yeah. And those were the two things I was wanting to say that I couldn't a minute ago.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to get off and we will have a video tomorrow. You can look forward to the Home Alone Dad videos. We'll see how those go. And I know that Bree will have a great weekend out of town. Thank you all so much for just being our loyal supporters and viewers and friends.
Yes.
And if you want to help us grow, share us on Facebook. Tell your friends like what you actually like about watching our videos. It maybe all your friends would not find value in our content, but I'm sure there's a lot of them who would. And we would love to grow. We actually really enjoy sharing kind of the message, and really it's more a story than a message, but we do enjoy sharing that, and we would love to grow. As we grow, our YouTube income grows some, and that does allow us to focus more here. We're we do make money on YouTube, and that's awesome, but it's not a real. We're definitely not making full-time income or even close,
part-time
or even close
a
to
quarter
it.
time.
It's kind of like a part-time job, honestly.
Very underpaid. It's like it's way less than minimum wage part-time.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank y'all so much, and y'all have a great day. Goodbye.
I don't even know if you guys can see us right now. Bye.